mom and dad split up when I was like 3, and my dad was an alcoholic. My brother wanted to go off and move with my dad, and my dad would allow him to do everything. My brother started drinking at a young age, so my mom placed me in a girls' home actually, to kind of keep me from that life, like from start drinking and drugging and all that stuff. It was a Baptist Children's Village. That's where I learned a little bit about God. But at the time, I felt like I was like thrown away. I felt like I wasn't wanted. Or like, at the time, I dropped out of school though at 17 and got with my children's dad. We did not get married. I had a daughter at 19. I had my son at 20. And everything seemed like it was going good at first. Then I found out something 4 years into our relationship. 2 kids later, I found out that he was doing pornography. And it broke my heart. And I was mad at God at the moment. I was like, why'd you do this to me? You know, I just had 2 children with someone I planned to marry, and I was mad at the time. I left him, and I went back to him. I stayed another 5 years with him because I thought that that's what I should do. You know, we have children together, we plan to get married. And in all that 5 years, I was so just broken. Like, I felt like, how could you do that and love me and I was just broken. And a part of me wanted to be with him, but and marry him like we should. But then a part of me was like, just, the love wasn't, you know. So, and in that too, I also lost my brother to a drug overdose in the same time when I found out what he had done. And so I was living I was just broken and lost and just mad at God, like, why did you take my brother? Why'd I go through this with him? You know, why? Why me? I was already at a vulnerable point in my life where I was just broken and lost, and the drugs just kind of numbed it. And then I just spiraled. It took my kids from me. It took just everything from me. I was living homeless, you know, just on the streets and just living my life every day for drugs and just numbing out. In my mess, doing my drugs, I had a syringe made up to shoot up in my arm. And I heard this voice say, don't do it, don't do it. And I just thought I was paranoid, you know. But I listened to that voice and I didn't do it. I threw it in the garbage. And I called my mother and I had her send somebody out to come get me from where I was at. So she sent somebody to come out and get me. And I started calling for rehabs, looking, you know, for places. I knew I needed the help. Well, I came to the New Orleans Mission. And it was when I got to the New Orleans Mission that I found what I really needed all along was God. Like, the drugs were my comfort. The drugs, you know, or a man was my comfort. And just what I needed was God. And just, so that voice that I heard, I know it was him. He picked me out. And he heard my cry, you know. He heard my cry for help, and he picked me out. So I have been here for 4 months. I love Lynn Haven. It is absolutely wonderful. It's where I have been able to sit still and just work out some inner things that were going on with me. And it's wonderful. Like, he keeps, like, we're steadily doing our Bible classes and going to church and stuff, and it really, I'm so glad that I've been set down and just keeping my mind still and just letting him work on me and pull the little pieces out that have been bottled up so long, you know. And he's comforting me and he's helping me grow. It's been really great being here. My children come to see me on the weekends and they come to church. It has been so beautiful for them they see a different mommy now, and they're happy that mommy's getting better and things are going really good.